All right, guys, well, I'm back today with another Amazon find video. I went through Amazon and tried to dig through and find the absolute best high value and budget lighting solutions that Amazon has to offer. I ordered them all. They've arrived and I've been playing with them and using them. And I'm going to go over what I've found so you guys can make a better informed decision about how you spend your hard-earned money. Now, all the linking will be in the description below and it will be in the order that we show them in the video, so it's a little bit easier to go through. That was a viewer suggestion. I like that suggestion. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the WorkPro rechargeable pen light, and I thought this was an absolutely awesome idea as a great jack of all trades work style or pen light, especially with the UV option at the end, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. First, you click the button and it gives you a nice, good pen light spot that you would expect from a full-size pen light. The cool thing though is this one is actually a rechargeable pen light with a USB-C charging port on the side and the charging cable in the box. It also has a low battery indicator on the side and a magnetic clip, which will come in handy for the second mode, which is when you press the button again, that side work light with a massive floodlight there. Shameless plug on one of my 704 gear pocket knives that are on sale right now on Amazon. This black color Swarm is actually on sale down from $32 to $19.99 if you need a good EDC knife to pair with some of these deals. Now, let's take a look at this guy right here with this magnetic clip and what this allows. It actually allows you to mount it up and use it as a work light, but it also allows you to rotate it on here. You can see the clip swivels, which is absolutely awesome. I did not know that when I bought this light. So you can adjust it to focus on wherever you want. So really convenient there. And it's just those two simple modes for the standard light, the front light and the side cob light. So very easy to understand. The next button is the UV light, and it works incredibly well. So if you're detecting counterfeit money, if you're in law enforcement, if you are at a flea market or Facebook Marketplace, like I get on too much and buying too many things, you can check a lot of that cash. If you're a bouncer at the door, you're at a gas station attendant and you're checking IDs, the UV light can also help you identify fake IDs. If you're in the West and you're looking at scorpions, it can help you find those. Phosphorescent gemstones, charging loom on a watch, or detecting stains in a hotel. Having that UV light is really key, and this pen light is freaking awesome, especially when you hear the price. 3 color variations available, and these generally sell for $17.99. On sale for the lowest price in 30 days at $15.99. I have a feeling once this video goes live, those prices will start to go away, and that's what happens a lot of times. Fortunately and unfortunately, I find these deals, I post the video, and a lot of them will go away or the price will increase as more and more people buy. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. A lot of you guys aren't, so click that subscription button, click the notification bell so you can watch them first, so you don't miss any of these deals. The next one is this little guy right here, the Keyport Pocket Flare 2.0 mini flashlight. This one's got 66 reviews on Amazon, and this one is 4.8 stars. Now, for me, it's got a really nice clip that's removable. You click it once, and it gives you a low lumen little LED out the front. It gives you a higher lumen, which is not super bright. And then this is where it shines. I mean, just a nice little ambient work light out of a keychain style light. It's got a diffuse cob light on the side, and it really illuminates well. So very simple mode of operation, a decent clip right there, and overall, these generally sell for $25.97, on sale for $19.99. So a very interesting little light right there. Not the biggest fan of the front LED. I feel like that could use some improvement, but all things considered, for the price point and with the side cob, that's where it really shines, pun intended. Another awesome little light I discovered and featured in an Amazon deals video was this guy right here, and I'm surprised that the price hasn't gone up yet. These generally sell for $20. They're on sale for 40% off at $11.99, and this is a 500 lumen clip light. You click it once and it turns it on. You click it again, it goes to the cool or white, and then you click it again and it'll go to that right there. So you've got the warm, the combo, and then you've got that right there. The warm is going to be a spotlight or a diffuse light. Sorry, a diffuse light. The white and yellow are going to give you kind of a combination. And then the white, or the very cool white, is going to give you that thrower beam. So really nice right there. Now, long press to turn it off remembers the last setting you were at. And then if you long press when it's off, it goes to the secondary mode. Again, it remembers the last setting you were at, but you've got red, You've got flashing red for an alert, which is really nice if you clip this on a backpack. You've got an SOS, and then you have a blue and red. I would kind of stay away from blue and red unless you're using it in a law enforcement application or you're trying to get somebody's attention in an emergency. Now that's on sale again for $11.99. Moving on to this little guy right here. There is a whole family on Amazon of these multi-tools on the same link that have lights built in. This one's got a window breaker, bottle opener, wrenches, carabiner, and light. It's USB-C rechargeable, and this thing is pretty freaking awesome for a floodlight. You do have to cycle through all the modes. You've got warm, cool, you got low, you've got red, and then you've got flashing red for emergencies. Pretty slick little guy right here, $7.99. $7.99 for that. I mean, the technology just keeps improving. There's a very limited supply of those, but there's also a ton of different versions and models with different tools. So if you don't like the window breaker or you want it in a different shape, the link in the description below will have all of those there so you can dig right through and see what you want. Now, a real hidden gem on Amazon for just a good mid-sized generic rechargeable flashlight is this guy right here. I'm going to try to say it, Silinch. The Silinch store. Really nice knurling, kind of like that defensive striking head on this guy. USB-C rechargeable, push button operation, a nice spotlight with a good diffuse thrower, up to 1250 lumens on this guy. IP68 waterproof rated, and you long press to cycle through the modes. You've got 5 modes. You got high, then the kind of those mediums, and then that really low right there. Again, remembers the last setting you were at. Love the fact that this is USB-C rechargeable, and this one does not have a magnetic base. So a lot of guys like that because it doesn't stick to your keys, or if you're a machinist, metal chips and stuff like that. So just something to consider. There is a ton of color variations of this knife. I actually picked the Desert Tan. Looks a little bit more like a brown to me, but there's 4 color variations, and they are $10.99. Amazing, amazing deal on that flashlight, if you ask me. The next one is something that I mentioned earlier, so I'm going to hit it really quickly in case you guys missed that Amazon deal video. It's the Ace Beam. Still on sale, 5 color variations, USB-C recharging, a really awesome little squared off light. Remembers the last setting you were at, long press to cycle through the modes, up to 500 lumens out of a keychain flashlight when you double click it and go to turbo. Now when it comes to like a little micro keychain light, that thing is pretty darn awesome. You can triple click for a defensive strobe. Generally $19.99 for you color matching EDC guys. That's pretty cool because of the 5 color variations and because of the color variations available. You can pair them up with some cool knives. $13.99 on sale. And the last one I want to discuss is actually something I featured on the channel a very, very long time ago, the Energizer flat flashlight. A lot of guys like buying flat flashlights, but they don't want to spend $50, $60, even hundreds of dollars on flat flashlights. This Energizer is very basic. Again, the shameless plug on the 1999 704 Gear knife. This one has a magnetic base, and it's got 2 major settings. First, you've got the thrower beam, so you've got that center spot with the diffuse light. You can turn that off. And then you have the floodlight. So you have 2 options right off the bat on here. Now, when you turn it on, you can long press to cycle through those modes and dim it down, and it will remember the last setting you were at. And then we've got the flood right here, and I believe you can long press that. You know, maybe you can't, and turn that off. But in a nutshell, you pretty much have the that kind of diffuse light, and then you have that thrower spot beam, and then you can cycle through those modes. So I like this guy right here. It's not the best flat flashlight in the world, but it's good. It's very good, and it works. It's got 111 reviews on Amazon at 4.6 stars, and it's down from $41.19 to $28. $28 for a basic standard flat flashlight that gives you a few options. Not bad in my opinion. For me, I like some of the Nightcores a little bit better, some of the Woobens and the Workhoses and the Through Nights. But they're at the bottom end, even on sale, $32 to $50, sometimes even more. So if you're looking for something that was about $5 cheaper than the Wooben light, this is pretty good. But the Wooben, it's worth getting if you're interested in the Wooben or the Workhos HDO1 because it's got the UV light, the cob light, the color changing light. This just has the white. But I hope this gives you, kind of an overview of a lot of lights on the market right now, especially ones that are on sale. And I hope my opinions can give you a little bit better understanding of whether you think you should purchase them or not. Again, all of the information in the description below. I purchased these all myself for full disclosure, but those are Amazon affiliate links. I mean, if you click on them, helps out the channel at no extra cost to you, just brings you right to the deals. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.